Ndi-Anambra. I'm here to give you an update on our fight against COVID-19 pandemic in Anambra State. In the 6th month of our fight against this global pandemic, we have found ourselves at the most difficult stage of this war. This stage is dangerous because after 6 months of living in the climate of this pandemic, we are all beginning to feel too relaxed with this virus. We are dropping our vigilance and disobeying the COVID-19 protocol. This is very dangerous. Again, the world is slowly adjusting to the reality of living in COVID-19. Life is gradually returning to normal in a world that is still extremely abnormal. And this is also very dangerous. Ndi-Anambra, it has been said over and over again that our best chance of surviving this pandemic still depends on our ability to prevent it. This is why we cannot afford to disobey the COVID-19 protocol. In Ndi-Anambra, we cannot afford to fall asleep while we are still standing on our feet. Let us give ourselves a chance to live. Let us observe the COVID-19 protocol diligently and live to tell the story of this moment tomorrow. Ndi-Anambra, you may remember that in my last broadcast, I warned that we were going to ramp up COVID-19 tests and that it will significantly lead to a rise in the figures we will be reporting subsequently. Well, just as we all expected, we have tested a total of 1,092 samples so far, and out of which 922 returned negative. 922 out of 192 returned negative, while 160 tested positive. Out of this figure also, we have successfully treated and discharged 125 patients, while 17 people are receiving treatment in their respective homes. So far, 18 people have died of this COVID-19 since this pandemic started in Anambra State. These 18 deaths were recorded in different parts of the state. In Anambra, this calls for extreme caution. Nowhere is absolutely safe. COVID-19 is everywhere now. Update on our plans against COVID-19. In Anambra, I am delighted to inform you that we bought over 250,000 units of personal protection equipment, PPE, which the medical personnel wear to protect themselves while attending to COVID-19 patients. With this equipment, our healthcare givers will feel more comfortable to attend to our friends and loved ones battling to survive this pandemic. I am happy to announce that the Gene Expert Lab in Onitsha General Hospital has just been activated and has started conducting COVID-19 tests successfully. The lab was activated on Wednesday, August the 5th, 2020. In Ndi-Anambra, on activation, the lab made history as Nigeria's first general hospital laboratory to be activated for COVID-19 tests. So far, I urge Onitsha residents and everybody that has access to that area to feel free to walk into the hospital for a COVID-19 test at any time. Our team there is to receive you 24 hours. The laboratory at Chukwemeka Odumegwu University Hospital in Awka is also running tests on COVID-19 samples. We must not wait until we begin to show full symptoms of COVID-19 before we go for a test. In Ndi-Anambra, let's take our health seriously and do the test before it becomes dangerous. Again, if we discover this COVID early in anybody, we cure it. And we have done so with the successfully discharged 125 patients. But if you wait for a while and you have major challenge, it may be difficult to cure the fellow. So early detection helps. COVID protection helps. Our aggressive community search for carriers of COVID-19 virus is still ongoing. We are even better organized now than ever before. A major part of this effort is the recent training of the COVID-19 rapid response team in the 5 epicenters of the pandemic in our dear state. These places are Oka South, Onitsha North, Onitsha South, Demili North, and Newi North. Please, this is not to say that COVID is not everywhere, but this is just where we call the epicenter at this stage. So everybody, everywhere, all the local governments must be careful. Obey COVID-19 protocols and make sure that they wear their face masks anytime they're outside, wash their hands regularly, and make sure that they are social distancing among other COVID-19 protocols. Since we reactivated our mobile courts, we have found guilty over 300 people in 1 week that were not wearing their face masks. They had very severe penalty. They paid both the 10,000 and also the community service. We are going to continue to do so until our people begin to believe that this illness is with us. I'm also using this opportunity to warn the people in various markets. If I receive any notices that you are lowering your guard in any of the markets, I will close down the market indefinitely. So this is your chance to keep your livelihood window open and do the needful. Once again, I wish to commend our healthcare workers who have shown remarkable courage in the fight against this virus. We shall continue to hold you and your families up in our prayers until this pandemic is dead and gone. In conclusion, Ndi-Anambra life is beginning to return to normal across the world, but this period calls for greater attention and vigilance. If we have survived this pandemic this far, then we can all survive to stay alive until we have a widely accepted cure and a tested and effective vaccine for it. The key to our own survival is in our own hands. Ndi-Anambra, let's not throw our lives away. Let us try to maintain the COVID-19 protocols in everything we do for the time being. I'm also happy to let you know that our exam-facing classes of the schools in Anambra are all open, and both the tertiary ones will open in the coming week. We are battle ready for COVID-19 at the schools level, and we are bent on ensuring that COVID-19 protocols are all obeyed in those schools. I want to seize this opportunity to warn the people that are beginning to crawl back into lavish burials and weddings, and people that are not obeying COVID protocol of not greater than 50 people well spaced out in a function. I have directed the arm-bearing members of my Security Council to arrest, to disperse, to prosecute anybody that is involved in this lavish, unnecessary protocol at this point in time. Please, we are not back to normal. All our restrictions, particularly of COVID-19 laws, must be well respected. That is the only way to stay alive. And my responsibility is to ensure that I protect your lives and property. Let me warn again, I don't want to hear of any town, community, any place that has gone back to the old norm of burial. We just approve that you bury your dead with dignity, with very few family friends, not greater than 50. Where you breach this, or your weddings as the case may be, where you breach this, you are inviting trouble, and trouble will revisit you. Thank you very much.